Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading. Just a reminder, the way that I read energy, not gender. That means that anyone can show up as a king, queen, prince, princess, knight, page, emperor, empress. It just depends on who you are in the story. If the story is resonating for you, then just get in where you fit in and enjoy the reading from that perspective. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into your reading, Cancer. I've already got the oracle cards for the energy of the reading laid out, and it looks like for some of you, you're involved in a relationship where either yourself or the other person is staying in the relationship because there are financial ties that would be difficult to get out of, I suppose. And I think for some of you, one of the people that's in this commitment is staying for financial security. They're staying for the money. And this is causing a lot of upset, a lot of confusion, a lot of worry, a lot of mistrust in the relationship on both parts, I think, really. And this worry over the situation concerning money, it's something that is affecting you. It's aging some of you physically, mentally, because it's become such an issue, because it's become so clear that that is the tie that's binding this relationship right now more than anything is money. I think at one point that there was probably a lot of desire in this relationship, but it seems like that has sort of fallen to the wayside, that's no longer something that's keeping you together. And it also looks like one of the parties, I think more than likely the feminine, although it could be the masculine in the relationship, was seen as a bit immature at the time that the relationship began. And I think that the masculine energy thought, that would be passing, that they would mature more in time. But what's really happened since then is that the masculine's view of this person, and understand masculine, feminine, can be male, female, it just depends on the energy that person is in. But that this masculine energy, who already thought this feminine energy was a little bit immature, she's even gone, he's seeing her as even more immature now that time has passed, almost diminished to the maturity of a child in this masculine's eyes. So there is a huge lack of trust here. There's also a need for both parties to mature, and to take a step back and really think about the choices that they've made, and to find the wisdom in what they've done or haven't done and get themselves back on track. So when I asked how Cancer is feeling, the first two cards that I got were the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. And this is saying all you can think about is getting away. So someone here wants to remove themselves from this situation, and that's what they think about all the time. And I asked what the situation was, and we get the Fool and the Four of Pentacles. And the Fool and the Four of Pentacles together are, I can read it a couple of different ways, but what I'm really getting from it is unwilling to begin again, unwilling to start again, like not wanting to do that or being very slow to do that. So there may have been conversations about going to counseling or doing whatever you can to get things back on track, and one party in the situation is just not wanting to participate in that. And the obstacle, when I asked, we get the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak, but it can also be a third party situation. So someone here in this situation may have stepped outside of the relationship, or they may have simply never let go of a past relationship. That might be an issue here as well. There have been lies that have been told about it. There's been deceit about it. And this pain and deceit has really become a burden to bear in this relationship. It's become quite an issue. So when I ask what the energy to overcome this obstacle is, we get the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. And this is an end to this third party situation. So again, you know, we're seeing third party here, third party here. This is an indication to me that someone has potentially been unfaithful, thought about being unfaithful, whether it's physically, emotionally, energetically, however it is, that needs to come to an end one way or the other. And then we get the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, which is walking away from a situation where you can't win and being single and becoming strong again as a single person, sort of, you know, breathing life back into yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands, which is a marriage card, and the Nine of Swords, which is indicative of anxiety, that there's a lot of anxiety about this marriage, this relationship, this foundation, that it's not going well. And if I continue reading underneath the deck, we've got one of these parties here focused on someone outside of the relationship. Page of Pentacles, this is a studying an Empress that's outside of there. Ace of Wands is sexual attraction to somebody else. So it definitely looks like this is something that needs to be taken a look at. There's a lot of guilt here as to what's going on, and I don't know that this has really been discussed the way that it needs to, but it looks like a plan of action needs to be put into place so that the situation doesn't get worse than it needs to before it gets set back on course. So good luck with this, Cancer.